welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. We have reached the beginning of the third disc, and we have finally the option to actually go down into the northern crater and defeat Sephiroth. But there's some stuff that I wanted. There's actually quite a bit of endgame content that you can go and play in order to add some extra challenge or make the game easier for you. One of the things you can do is collect the character's ultimate weapons. Now, there were a number of ultimate weapons that I had simply failed to collect in the previous episodes, because you had to have been at certain points in the game and done certain things. For example, Barrett's ultimate weapon, Missing Score, is something I will not be able to collect because I didn't have him in the party when I was going up to fight Hojo. If you do, you would have found his weapon sitting in a treasure chest near where you find Hojo. Kind of a bad idea for them to do something like that, considering most people are probably going to miss it and not have any idea where it is or how to find it without consulting some sort of guide. Anyway, also, Katz's weapon is not going to be accessible either, because I would have had to actually gone into the Shinra headquarters in order to have found that during the raid on Midgar in Disc 2. But here I am in Rocket Town, and I do have the option of collecting a weapon here. Just go up to this old guy and talk to him 3 times. Now, if you'll remember, this guy back in Disc 1 had given us a weapon for Cloud, had we talked to him enough times. You do that, you get that weapon, and then come Disc 3. I don't have Sid in my party. Come Disc 3, you have the option of doing it again, only you get Sid's ultimate weapon, the Venus Gospel. Now, Sid's, all of the ultimate weapons in this game, similar to Cloud's, will give certain abilities depending on certain situations. For example, Sid's will increase in attack power when he has a whole lot of MP. The higher MP he has relative to his maximum, the more damage that he will do. Also note that the materia growth is none. There is no materia growth, and that is something that's rather consistent with all of the ultimate weapons. Okay, next. What's the next closest one? The next closest one will be... that red thing's still there. The next closest one will actually be Red 13's ultimate weapon, which is... I have to go back to Cosmo Canyon to find. Battles will still occur, and despite the fact that we are now in the third disc, we will still be fighting first disc enemies. So check this out. Dead. Oh, that thing didn't die. What? Notice that Sid did a whole lot of damage with his attack because he has full MP right now. Sure, not as much as Cloud did. He just did a critical hit for 9,999, the damage limit in the game. Okay, Cosmo Canyon. Oh, he's not doing so well, huh? Well, he is 130 years old. You have to expect that he's going to corpse over at some point. Jeez, did he just climb a ladder? Okay, I can't imagine that they believe that Red 13's grandfather didn't die. But whatever. We have the limited moon. Once again, no materia growth, but you have a lot of slots. High attack power, and similar to Cid's ultimate weapon, this will deal more damage as Red 13's MP is higher. So it could be worth it just to deal a lot of physical attacks with these characters rather than using a lot of magic. Which way do I... Okay, that way. This is something I may explore in a later episode. You can get up there now, though. Okay, who is next? Okay. So, we're going to have to go and... Who is next? Okay, we can go and get Vincent's next. To get Vincent's ultimate weapon, we are going to... It's not absolutely necessary, there are other ways to do it. But at the moment, the only way I can do it... Oops, did not mean to do that. He's a full-fledged pilot now. Let's swap characters. Need the submarine. Now, in the event that you've gone and done all of the chocobo breeding, then it's not necessary for you to go and do this, because you can just take your chocobo and put it over to where you need it to go. But we're gonna go and dive. There should be a cave over in this direction. I think it's over in this direction. Now, we've been to this cave before. We were in this cave back in Disc 2. But, there we go. Hidden pretty well. It's only by chance that you would discover it. We were in this cave back in Disc 2. Okay, no, this isn't the cave. I feel stupid. This is the cave where I discovered the key to the ancients. Wow. It's exceptionally well hidden for something that you have to find. Wow. Jeez. Making me feel stupid. Maybe it was over in this... Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, I guess this cave's a little bit easier to find, since you don't have to be at the proper angle to see it. At a good angle to see it. This is where we found Vincent's ex-lover, and the mother, the biological mother of Sephiroth. She was over in this way. She gave a quick history without any words of what had happened to her, what happened to Vincent. It was all Hojo's doing. Now, of course, now we know that Hojo was Sephiroth's father, but we didn't know that at the time. Although I guess you could have guessed. Okay, and go into the waterfall. Okay, we have picked up his new ultimate weapon, as well as his ultimate limit break. Now we swap out the outsider for the death penalty, and his attack goes up pretty high. Now the way his works is unique even by ultimate weapon standards, in that the amount of damage that he does is dependent on how many enemies he has killed. Which can lead to some rather hilarious side effects in the event that you've killed a whole lot of people with Vincent. Which I have not, so his power isn't really going to be that fantastic. I could spend a lot of time just having him kill off a bunch of weak enemies to increase his power, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, there's another ultimate weapon we can get down here. it is going to be in the sunken airplane that we had gone to before. Now, it's possible that I picked this weapon up and not realized it. So I may be running over here for no reason whatsoever. This could be a waste of time. I'll have to check the inventory when we get there to see if I've already picked the weapon up. Also floating around down here is the Emerald Weapon, one of the more powerful weapons, and I think, personally, is the most difficult boss in the game, enemy in the game. A lot of people think that Ruby Weapon is more difficult, but the strategy that I employed to defeat them made fighting Ruby Weapon so much easier. In fact, I was able to defeat Ruby Weapon maybe about a month or so before I was able to defeat Emerald Weapon. Okay, let me pull Yuffie out. And maybe she already has it. Okay, she doesn't have it, so it should be around here somewhere. Give me a minute, because the enemies around here can still be kind of tough, and I want to have properly equipped characters. Okay, we're ready. Conformer, I think, is in this room. I had searched this one around, but I didn't find it. I thought that I had known where it was. Where the hell is it? It's gotta be a hidden part. There it is. It was hidden. Okay, I found it. Oh. Conformer increases pretty significantly. The way that you power this up is kind of an unusual way. From what I read, rather, it increases in power to more power the enemy, the higher level of the enemy. But also there's something kind of weird I remember. Using it with the morph command, if I have that somewhere. Manipulate. Elemental. Okay, I'm not seeing morph, so somebody else must have it. But when you use it with the morph command, it does even more damage, so that Vincent has it. Let's get into a fight and demonstrate both Vincent and Yuffie's newfound power. For Vincent, just a regular attack. For Yuffie, we're going to do a regular attack here, too. Don't mess with her like that, damn it. 704, that was really not that great. Don't have any remedies? Come on. There we go. That was some pretty good damage out of her, right? So let's do some morph. Okay, that really didn't do a whole lot more damage. But it's worked. Anyway. But it's still useful, I think. Especially if you plan on morphing enemies, because it doesn't do normal damage, that's right, now I remember. It doesn't do normal damage, it just does more damage, just does normal damage while using the morph command. Meaning you can just use morph attacks on every enemy and hope to get whatever power you want out of it. Yes, Vincent is still using his level 1 move break. I just can't talk him out of using it. Okay, who else can we get our ultimate weapons for? Okay, there's no Vincent. We've already got... Well, we got Vincent, Sid, Yuffie, Red 13, Cloud. And we can't get Barrett or Katsis, so we're gonna have to go and... Who's left? Well, we already have Eris's weapon. We got that back at the Temple of the Ancients. But we can still get Tifa's. Okay, we still have Tifa's to get. Tifa's may be a little bit more involved than most. Although it's not possible to just make it impossible to get, if you know what I mean. It's not like Vincent's. Vincent's one, as far as I can tell, you can eliminate the possibility of you getting it provided you don't visit that cave in Disc 2. Same thing with Barrett's. If you don't get it in Disc 2, you can't get it. And the rest of these characters we should be good. But for Tifa's, we actually have to go to the Bone Village. Now, we're not going to find it here, but we're going to the Bone Village. Okay, we already got the Lunar Harp, didn't we? Let's just try for a normal treasure. Now, we've done this back in Disc 1. We were looking for the Lunar Harp to go and awaken the sleeping forest. So we just do the same thing, only looking for a normal treasure. And once these guys are in position, we trigger the sonar. Did we get it? Key to Sector 5. That was exactly what I was... Now, Sector 5, that's talking about Sector 5 in Midgar. So we head back to Midgar, and for the first time since the early portions of Disc 1, we can go and re-enter the slums of Midgar. That's pretty cool, huh? There are a couple of secrets you can do here, but this guy is apparently the one who lost the key. Boom! We locked him out. Now, if you remember, this is where we were back in Disc 1. This was the church that Eris was hanging around in. And a little secret, if you head in here, you'll see the ghost of Eris sort of playing with her flowers, with the kid standing there and not noticing. As you get closer, she disappears. She was standing in front of you, didn't you see? And we can move on. Now we have the option, we can, if we were to go back to, you know what? This isn't where I want to be. Keep going. We go back to Eris's mother's house, her adopted mother, that is. See if she has something to say. Is she not even here? Of course she's not, because she evacuated. Okay, where we're going is Wall Market. And we have the old playground. course, everything's still a big mess. No one bothered cleaning this up. Oh, jeez, it's still burning. Now, in Walmart, you'll find in this building labeled item, you find, we were in here before, but every time Cloud tried to access his computer, that gun on the roof shot at him. But in this case, we find a premium heart. Premium heart. Nice, powerful weapon. From what I'm reading here, the way you power up this weapon is it deals more damage when Tifa misses one of her limit break attacks. Once again, no materia growth. So that's that. That's all of the ultimate weapons that we were able to achieve up until now. And before we leave, there's one more thing I want to do around here. If you were to head all the way back up to Don Corneo's mansion, oh yeah, this place brings back memories. Head down into the dungeon. Oh, you know what? My bad. I thought there was going to be someone here. Never mind. Anyway, that's all the ultimate weapons. Thanks for watching. Come back to the next episode. We may just go down and kill Sephiroth. Bam! Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Here we are, still over on the world map, and there's something I wanted to show you. Now, there are a number of points in the game, areas called Materia Caves, where you can go and into the cave and find powerful pieces of materia. Now, the idea behind the game was that you wouldn't be able to normally just access these anytime you wanted. You had to go and be able to train a chocobo. And a chocobo has different abilities, such as the ability to walk over shallow water, over mountains, over both, or over the open ocean and mountains and shallow water, all that kind of stuff. This particular Materia Cave, on the other hand, has a bit of a glitch. Allows you to access it without training a chocobo. It involves going over to this cliff and exploiting an ability in the game which you can really do anywhere, but it's really only useful here. Line up right at the edge of the cliff and press the landing button, but move forward as you do it. Okay, there, I got it. Finally. That was embarrassing. Okay, now that we've landed the high wind down below, we can run over to the Materia Cave and pick up our prize. Oh, there are fights here. Okay, yeah, Vincent isn't quite a damage dealer with this ultimate weapon I picked up for him. In this cave, we find, well, you guessed it, a piece of materia. Quadramagic. Quadramagic is a fantastic piece of materia that gives you the ability to cast one magic power 4 times. Ridiculous, I know. For example, if I were to go and pull out this and replace it with our Quadramagic, shabam, and go and slap whatever I had Magic Plus somewhere else. I don't really need steel. Then I have the ability to cast Ultima 4 times. Ridiculous amount of damage. Absolutely ridiculous. And since the high wind came down the cliff with us, we can just hop back on it.